Not long after Jesus arrived in Jerusalem, people started to seek him out to find out what his plans were. In John 12, he explains his purpose like this: "Unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains just a single grain, but if it dies, it bears much fruit." Jesus is talking about himself. He knows the path that lies before him. He knows that he is going to die, and he knows why. It is in the act of dying and being buried that Jesus can then break forth from the grave and bring life and hope and joy. If a grain doesn't fall, it can't produce more grain. If Jesus didn't die, he couldn't have brought the hope and life which his resurrection brings. Jesus knew, as hard as it was going to be, that his death was the pathway to true life. The challenge for us, though, is that he doesn't stop there. He then goes on to talk about his followers. He's talking about you and about me. And he says this: "Those who love their life lose it, and those who hate their life in this world will keep it for eternal life." What does that mean? Why is Jesus asking his followers to abandon their lives, to hate their lives? It could sound as if he's asking people to go around with no self-esteem, no confidence, to hate their own existence, to wish they'd never been born. That doesn't sound like Jesus to me. I think he's saying something else, something far more radical and challenging, and something that sounds exactly like the Jesus we read about in the Bible. He's talking about sacrifice. He's telling us that the path to true life is sacrifice, is being willing to deny ourselves, not to live for ourselves, but to abandon our life for the sake of Jesus. We are not to consider our lives or anything in them as worth more than the life he gives us, wherever that life may lead. And this life we're offered isn't just the everyday eating, breathing, walking around sort of life. This is about vibrant, exciting, liberating life, the kind of life that gets you out of bed in the morning. That's the life Jesus offers. But just like the grain of wheat, we enter that life through giving ourselves up. The pathway to true life lies in sacrifice, and Jesus has led the way for us. Today, may you rest in the safety of knowing the ultimate sacrifice has been made. May you have the strength to let go of the things you need to, and may you know the vibrancy of the life Jesus offers.